Welcome back to my channel, WinterMotors. My name is Sean Winter, your friendly neighborhood outlaw. And this is Mara, aka Mara Moondust. And today we're going to talk about what it's like to be a passenger on a motorcycle. If you didn't know, my motorcycles is our only form of transport, our daily commuters, and we go on road trips and overall motorcycle adventures together every time we get the opportunity to. So Mara's going to tell us about her experiences of traveling far, traveling short, being on the back of the motorcycle, her past experiences, and we're going to be answering your questions that you left for Mara on our social medias. If you want to be able to take part in these social media involved videos in the future, then follow us on our social medias. These are our social medias. Mara is on YouTube and Instagram. I'm on Instagram and obviously on YouTube. I'm trying to get her to be more active on YouTube, so go over to her videos and leave a lot of comments telling her to be more active because she is not active enough. Anyway, let's get to the video.
Let's start!
Okay, so first of all, Mara, what is your first or previous motorcycle experience?
First time I was on a motorcycle, it was with my dad. I have no idea how young I was, but it was pretty young. It was summer, I was wearing shorts, and when I remember that I was pretty scared when we were driving a lot of curves and I was, pretty freaked out. But when we got down, I really wanted to get down the bike as quick as possible, and I didn't think about anything like which side to get off and stuff. And unfortunately, my leg got stuck to the exhaust pipe, as that would get super warm. Yeah, and I got a huge burn mark, and I dealt with that for like, I don't know, 2 months or something, because it was very heavy. After that, I think the next time I was on a motorcycle, like for real, was when you bought your first motorcycle.
Well, first street legal motorcycle.
This first street legal motorcycle, yeah, exactly. It was the test ride. First you were riding alone, and then I wanted to as well, but there was no CC bar on the back yet, and I held on for my bare life, like squeezing the air out of you.
But you also tried to learn how to ride a motorcycle yourself before you got a lot of experience being a passenger, actually.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we were in Junktown. It's
our
like
favorite town.
Yeah, it's in Czech Republic, yeah. And we were there with some friends from a motorcycle club that is like Western theme. One of the guys wanted to teach me how to ride a motorcycle, and there was like one street where you could like go really slow and there wasn't really much happening. So I jumped onto his bike and he held onto the bike and helped me start and everything, and then I just slowly drove down the road. It was pretty cool, it was fun. But I later found out that all the guys actually just wanted to look at my butt because my shorts were like super short, like was showing half of my butt that day.
You went from being pretty scared to be on a motorcycle, but now I would say you're pretty confident as being on a motorcycle. So what makes you more confident on a motorcycle?
First of all, of course, the experience, like driving every day, like nearly every day with you, driving to work and everything. Also, the road trip was a big boost of confidence on the bike. The CC bar, definitely.
Oh yeah, here it's standing a little.
It's supposed to stand a little.
Okay.
And buying the right gear, like stepping up that safety game, basically, like getting the right stuff.
Yeah,
definitely helps.
Yeah.
Being more safe.
Because in the beginning, when we started riding, like I said, we only have motorcycles, or I only have motorcycles, which is our only transport. So in the beginning, Mara didn't have that much gear, so she was squidding a lot. But now you have quite good gear.
One of the first things that I put my money in was getting a good motorcycle riding leggings. It's very hard to get that for women because the sizes are super wrong, but it helps really. It's very well padded and it's a good material, so it's slide safe, slide proof. A good leather jacket. It doesn't make you just feel very tough and cool looking. It also helps
If you fall
protect
down
it.
from the slide, it's good to have
exactly.
leather jackets.
Definitely. Helmet, of course, that I had straight away, and I so far have 2 helmets, and that's double the amount that Sean has. And boots, definitely. Like the right boots give you so much more safety. I have some really nice biker boots with like a heel in the back, and I can feel, for example, on the rat, because it has these like pack like tubes nearly. It's not much where you can put your foot on, and if I'm wearing my sneakers, they're slipping off super easily when he stops.
And when it comes to shoes, I have at least the double amount of shoes than you have.
That's true. That's true.
It weighs up.
Getting good gloves is also, yeah.
For me, gloves is like the like essential gear. Like, I always wear my helmet, I always wear my gloves, and I always wear my boots, but I always wear boots no matter what, so like that doesn't really count. But I often ride around like this, but I always have gloves on, because it's a natural human reaction that when you fall, you stick your hands out, and that'll be the first thing touching the ground, and when you hit the tarmac in high speed, it's like fucking sandpaper, and your hand will be gone, and you kind of need your hands to ride, so gloves is important. So with all that in mind, do you feel safe now when you ride with me on long and short trips?
Yeah, definitely. Like, you're such a safe driver, and also, like, of course, over the time it got better and better, and you're very vigilant. So I do feel safe, even when there are like tight situations where like a car, very often cars oversee you when you're on a motorcycle, but I think you're always doing good for doing a good solution, and like you're very vigilant, yeah. Having a good intercom system, I think that helps a lot as well. Being able to talk to the driver is like the key to like feeling safe and like getting more chill with driving in the back, because you have no idea what's going on. You can't see straight in front of you. You only see the sides, and you can't get prepared of what's coming, and you have to put everything, like all the trust, into your driver.
Not everybody will agree with that point, but it is something that we prefer to use, and also intercoms are just great because when you're driving alone, you can listen to music. I mean.
And it's also great because then I can tell him when he has to stop because I need to pee.
Before we had intercom systems, we developed kind of like a sign language between each other. So like Mara tapped me on the shoulder meant this, she tapped me on the other shoulder meant that, tapped me on the sides meant this. It was a way to communicate without being able to communicate, to then make Mara feel more safer, more confident on the back. So then, off my motorcycles, if you viewer don't know, I have 2. One, a Triumph America, aka the Rat, and Harley Davidson Road King. Which one is your favorite to be a passenger on?
That's a hard question, because they're both really cool motorcycles, I think. We most time have been driving on the Rat, and I have most of my good memories with that bike, but especially for a long road trip, it's not really the most comfortable bike to ride on. Like I said, it has those weird tubes. The seat is a little smaller. That definitely is like a level up with the Road King. It's way more comfortable. I can feel that I can sit on that for hours. I don't know. I would prefer driving on the Road King, even though the Rat is really stylish.
Yeah. But the Rat is our daily commuter motorcycle, and the Road King is our touring bike. So that's basically what you said, that you prefer them being for what they are used for today. So that's lucky for me, at least. But I also know you prefer the Road King because it has way more packing space.
Oh yes, definitely.
And she brings a lot of stuff along. If you watch my videos regularly, and especially if you watch the road trip series, you see Mara not as dolled up as now, but in situations where there's not so much makeup. Do you have any tips, or do you want to talk about like something about hair and makeup when it comes to being a passenger on a motorcycle?
Yeah, of course, because that's actually the reason why I do have 2 helmets, because the first one I got is the same that Sean has as well, and it's just like you put it on.
Full
and
face.
it smudges your makeup straight away. Like when you put it on and you take it off, half of it's gone. So I had this one before. Like you see, it's completely closed in the front, and it ruins your hair and ruins your makeup. I also have this one, That's the one I'm currently using. It's also a little smashed already, but whatever. But you can open it in the front and it really helps, at least my makeup, to stay on better. It doesn't smudge my eyeliner on the side. It doesn't...
Also, Mara has a problem with finding helmets in general because of her dreadlocks. It makes it really hard to find helmets that fit. So she basically wears the same helmet size that I wear, even though her head is not as big as mine. But
yeah.
The dreads add to it, and
Definitely.
I have long flowy locks that fit better inside helmets.
I get the question actually quite often, not when we ask for questions now, but like from people in general, how I drive with these dreads, because many people think that I have to get all my dreads into the helmet. That's not possible. It's not doable, not at all. I just always have them out in the back and tied together. That's it.
Okay, now for all the guys who were just about to tune out because we were talking about hair and makeup, we're moving away from that topic right now. And what are your best and worst experiences as being a passenger on a motorcycle?
That's hard because like I feel like there's so many good experiences that I made with driving a motorcycle. It's definitely the road trip. The road trip was amazing. Just being able to drive wherever you want and like have the freedom to just do it, even though like between lockdowns, like just to go somewhere and don't have to like really interact with people because you have your own vehicle. That's great. I mean, of course you can have that with a car as well, but it's very cool driving a motorcycle. I mean, come on.
Obviously.
Driving in groups is so cool. Driving in groups on a motorcycle. I haven't experienced that as much yet, but we drove with Adami together and that was pretty fun. Also, waving at others, feeling like you're a little bit in like this like secret club. Yeah. I mean, like most of the time I can't see if people come towards us on a motorcycle and I get it too late. Yeah. But it's a little fun to like make a game out of it, to like wave at the others.
I remember when I explained that to Mara the first time, I said to her that one of the coolest parts of riding a bike is the little wave that you give to other bikers.
And I thought it was so stupid.
Yeah, she thought it was so stupid. But then I said, yeah, do it, you see what I mean? And she's like, yeah, okay. And then she did it when we were on our road trip. And she was like, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. It is kind of fun.
So worst experience, maybe the
no, okay, let's not talk about that.
Like the downside is always the weather, for example. You're so dependent on good days. Like when we drive somewhere to visit a friend, for example, we have to pick a good day to drive back, and sometimes there just aren't good days coming up, but we have to go back, and then you just pick the least worst day. Is that like the right way to say it? I don't know.
So, yeah.
We very often already ended up driving through heavy rain or hailstorms even. Like driving to my tattoo appointment, that was heavy. It's like he was riding through hailstorms on the way back. The way there was so windy, my helmet was like blown to the sides the whole time. It was crazy. You're in the element. That can be good and it can be bad. Yeah,
another downside of motorcycle riding, but it's a thing you get used to, is that in winter you have to put on so much gear, and in summertime it's just like you have too much gear, even though you don't like. If you want to be safe in summertime, you will overcook. So you just gotta be like, compromise safety for comfort, and it's not always the best choice, but sometimes it's just. A common question that I get a lot about you is, doesn't Mara want her own motorcycle and motorcycle license?
Of course I want. Right now the thing is just that I actually first want to buy a car. I already have a car license, but yes, I definitely want a motorcycle license as well, and I also want to buy a motorcycle, of course, so we can ride along together and do like a road trip. I can't wait to actually do a road trip together where we both on our own motorcycle. That would be so cool.
Is there a motorcycle that you have in mind for like what you would want to buy?
Yes, I definitely want to see that is something that I can tour on. Not like, I don't want to really buy a motorcycle just for like everyday life. I want a touring comfortable bike. I really do like Indian motorcycles. I don't know, for example, the one I was sitting on at the motorcycle convention that we were on, I was sitting on a Indian Scout bobber, yeah. And it was suiting me very well. I have no idea how it is to ride one, how like the feeling is, if that's the right thing for me, but it looks hella cool.
Alright, so let's move on to the questions that we got from you guys, the watchers, the subscribers, the followers, the whatever you want to call them. So Gary Hoffman asks, who wins the argument when she sees a place she wants to stop? And you have in mind that if you stop now, you will ultimately be late. Do you always stop no matter when she asks? Or do you sometimes keep going? So I guess it's kind of a question to us both.
Yeah.
But
should I start because
yeah,
it's a video about me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can start.
So I think that most of the time we stop when I say let's stop, because like I said, I need breaks like every hour-ish. It really depends on which motorcycle we are, but I need breaks very often, and then I'm like saying like, hey Sean, can we stop please? And he's like, oh yeah, okay. But there are some situations where I would have liked to stop to take a picture or something, like something not so super important. Like
In the beginning, I was always riding with my phone on the handlebars to go to destinations so I could see what the leftover time is. I've stopped doing that now because it just is confusing and annoying. So I've been like, when Mara's like, can we stop now? I'm like, I just want to beat the 1 hour mark and then just keep going for another 5 minutes.
But then I had to hold and I was like, ah.
But most of the time when Mara wants to stop, I'm also okay with stopping, because it's also the times where we go long distances and it's just nice to stop and stretch your legs and have a drink or a bite or something like that. So
yeah.
Most of the time we agree on stopping points. I don't always stop when she wants, but I would say 9 out of 10 times I do stop when she asks. But also the times where she wants to stop and take a photo or something. When that has happened, it's been like, but we're nearly there after 4 hours of riding. So like, I don't always agree, but but I try to stop every time she asks, but not always. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
So the next question comes in from Melissa Ganaway. Now this is quite a big question, and it's actually like 3 questions in one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just cut it up a little bit. So she asks, are you able to ride a motorcycle yourself?
I tried already to ride a motorcycle. I know how to start it, I know how to get it moving, but I can't actually like comfortably ride a motorcycle on the street. I can't go fast yet. I haven't learned that.
She knows it in theory. If not, are you scared of being in a situation where your boyfriend is hurt and you have no way of transporting the two of you to get help? Now, I just want to say before you answer,
yeah.
Even though this video is about you, I don't really know where you live, Melissa, but here where we live in Germany, Germany is extremely densely populated. And a lot of Europe is very densely populated, and where we usually ride is in the city. So if we have accidents or something like that, there's always people around, like nearly always, and there's always easy to get help from like emergency, like ambulances and all this stuff, and our healthcare covers it. So if necessary, I think that's how we get around it. But
if we would have accident on like the highway and no people are around or something, or like not many people are around, no one's stopping to help, I mean, I have a phone. I think that there will always be a way to find a solution, to find someone to help. So yeah.
I think also what she means with this question is like, if I'm at home, break a leg, can you bring me to the hospital kind of thing. But it's
we have friends for that.
Yeah, it's not really a necessity, because we don't live far away from anything. But if we will live maybe on a farm in the middle of nowhere,
that would be different.
That would be different, yeah, but that's not our situation.
But also, I'm planning on buying a car, like I said.
So. Yeah, so then
it will be different.
Yeah. And Melissa also asks in the end, how have you not developed a desire to ride your own bike?
I have! I want to! So badly!
Yeah, she has, definitely.
So I also got some questions on my Instagram. How comfortable is the high foot pegs for long distance? And I assume he means the pegs that are on the Road King, because they're a little higher than like those on the Red.
But the Red is pegs and the Road King has boards.
Yeah,
so I'm
true.
guessing maybe it's the Triumph he's actually asking about.
So I'm not 100% sure what he means, but my answer basically is on the red, the packs, the like 2 packs, like I said before, they're a little uncomfortable and they're a little slippery if I don't wear my motorcycle boots.
So they're comfortable for short rides?
They're comfortable for short rides, but on a long run, on like a road trip or something, it's not so great. But the boards, is it like floorboards or what is it called? Yeah, floorboards.
Footboards.
On the King, they're definitely more comfortable, but they're always also a little higher, I must say. Then it's a little, you can feel that it's built differently when you sit on it, definitely. Do you like classic choppers? And yes, I do. I do like classic choppers.
Me too.
Yeah.
Classic choppers are classic. I mean, they are the shit.
It's classy.
I'm planning to have one, build one or whatever in the future, but in the future, I don't know when, because the money. If you're someone who maybe has a partner who rides and you're afraid to get on the back, they shouldn't be scared, and Mara can confirm that.
Yeah.
It's just, motorcycles are dangerous in general. That is true. I mean, being in a car is also dangerous, but you know, we don't ride motorcycles because it's safe. If you want to be a passenger and go with your friend or your partner or whatever, don't be afraid, just do it. It's worth it.
No.
If you want to support me/us and this channel, you can buy me/us a beer in the link in the description down below. But thanks for watching another video here at Winter Motors. My name is Sean Winter.
You forgot your friendly neighborhood outlaw. I could say your friendly neighborhood outlaw. Your friendly neighborhood outlaw.
And this is Mara.
Moondust. So weird.
And until next time, bye bye!